Okay then, take two. Yeah, I was just trying to share what I was messing around with, really. Nothing too incredible. I started off just finding an ambience that I liked for this scene. It's just like one of the downloadable free procedural art gubbins. I was just doing it. Well, I was doing it because I was kind of working on an idea about when you should choose mono or stereo assets, and I kind of got distracted. Also got distracted because it didn't. Well, the particular assets that I chose, these crow assets, didn't really. Even though there's a stereo version, and they do have some stereo information in them, they're pretty mono, so it kind of defeated the purpose of that video. But rather than be distracted right now, in this scene, I was just wanted some wind with a bit of tree-y stuff in it, so that's why I was picking this. There's a bit of tree stuff there, kind of gentle, but obviously there's things like this in it, a car, etc. So and I really just wanted this noisy stuff here. So what I do is I use a pinker noise. I have a pink noise generator, and I have two, and I have one left and one right. So I want a stereo kind of copy of that up there, and then using Pro Q3, you can grab or it can use another instance of Pro Q3 as a sidechain, and then you can use the EQ matching to create funky curves like this, and that will shape the noise to sound like a frozen version of the above, and that gives you this, which is pretty much the same thing. Okay, so I render a little loop of that out, pop that in Unreal, and at first I start with it as a sound cue, and that's a little bit static, obviously, because it's just a loop of noise and there's not really much modulation going on, no kind of like wind blowing around, that kind of thing. It's just stuck. So I decided to see what Metasounds could do for me, and I've not ended with it. I've just so far been messing around with this, just using bog standard filters really, and LFOs to drive those bog standard filters, low pass and high pass, separate out the channels left and right, and this is just pink noise, and that's a separate layer that I decided to add in. This is the audio that I rendered out of Reaper, split out into each channel, and then driving high pass, low pass, which are these two here. I decided to stick a notch in the right hand speaker just to get a little bit more stereo variation in there. A very narrow notch, not a particularly, and just very slow and between a kind of upper mid frequency sort of band. And then that all gets mixed in here with this pink noise, which is being driven by like the same LFOs, because I wanted everything to feel solid, the same thing. So it helps to have things being driven by the same parameters to achieve something like that. And this just gets brought in and brought out, and that just adds a bit of weight to things. But as you will hear, I've probably gone a bit too far, but this is the resulting patch. Kind of nice. Sounds a bit like the sea, which is not where this scene is, but here it is in game anyway. It's a bit much. It'd be fine maybe if that was the sea over there. It's not, but you know. Yeah, I think I explained that this is just a thing from the Unreal Marketplace free thing. But yeah, that's what I've been doing. Hope some of that was vaguely interesting to anyone but me.